technically day 2.
Day 2, yeah.
Day 2 in Vietnam.
First we go Ho Chi Minh Monument.
Ho Chi Minh Monument.
Yeah.
We need to go for breakfast first.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this video all about the things you can see and do in Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam. We're on day 2 now, and there's a link in the description if you want to check out day 1 where we went to St. Joseph's Cathedral and Hanoi Sky. But feel free to watch us from here as we're going to show you around some of the more popular tourist places when visiting Vietnam. Just after we've finished breakfast. Today we're going to take you to Ho Chi Minh Museum, the Temple of Literature, as well as take you through Hanoi Walking Street and around Hoan Kiem Lake, as well as a few other places along the way. So let's get started as we walk to our first stop, which is Ho Chi Minh Museum. If you're anything like us, you may not have heard of Ho Chi Minh. I certainly hadn't before coming here, so if you're not familiar with him, I'll give you a little bit of information about this person. He was the president of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam from 1945 to 1969, and he was given the affectionate name of Uncle Ho by his countrymen. The Ho Chi Minh Museum serves as the resting place of this once revolutionary leader and is open to the public every morning except Mondays. Maybe we should have set off a little bit earlier because the queues are absolutely massive. They were huge and they stretched back at least 1 or 2 miles. They were probably the biggest queues that I've ever experienced. And all to see a dead body, which you weren't allowed to take photos or pictures of when you were in there either. And they were very strict about this as well, because me and Fang tried to take a cheeky little video or two, and one of the guards in white spotted me and marched us off to an office where, should we say, we just got a little slap on the wrist, but no harm done. And after you've been round and you've seen the body of Ho Chi Minh, you get to walk around where he used to live, which was the presidential grounds, which we're just walking through now. And this isn't a history lesson, however I will provide you with some basic information. There's plenty of other videos about this president if you'd like to know more. I'm sure you can find out what you need. But as we walked around, you can see the different areas of this complex, which had 16 large and small buildings. One of which is this one, which houses some of his old cars, as well as this beautiful lake he woke up to every morning when living and working here, which was from 1958 until, as I mentioned, his passing, 1969. And he got this house on stilts built as well, which he wanted the house to be built next to a fish pond in the presidential palace, and who can blame him? Don't think there's anything more relaxing than waking up to nature and fishing a pond. That was just a short look around this presidential palace, and as we exit there's a place where you can buy refreshments. There's shops selling food and places where you can sit as well.
I just bought your new hat.
Yeah, this one. Look cool. How about you? Oh, how cool.
All the gear, no idea is a phrase that's
Nice.
sometimes used to refer to people like me. And feeling like a native, we headed to another historical place that's recommended to visit, which is this one called the Pillar Pagoda. And this is a historical Buddhist temple, and behind that is this Chinese temple. As with most religious sites across the world, it's recommended to be respectful when walking around these places and try not to disturb people who may be praying or paying their respects. And as you exited the ground of this temple, it showed you a rather impressive illustration, I guess you'd call it, all about the law of karma, which originated from the Hindu and Buddhist belief. And from my understanding, it's about the law of cause and effect, basically. And according to this law, whatever thoughts or energy you put out, you get back.
Welcome to Vietnam. We're in Ho Chi Minh Museum, and we are going to show you how to spend 3 days in Vietnam.
I thought I'd record something that would be good to put into this YouTube video, and that was it. And I also got Fang to record that, and she had to do it a few times because the first time I nearly fell up the steps. And I'll put that, what shall we call it, an outtake at the end of the video so you can have a bit of a laugh at my expense. Now we get to an interesting place, which is called the Temple of Literature, and this place is open every day. In the summer from April to October it's open from 7:30 till 5:30, and in winter, October till April, it's open from 8 in the morning till 5. Just remember to bring cash because they don't accept credit cards in this place. As you can see on the screen, it costs 30,000 dong per person. That is even if you're Vietnamese or a foreigner. Students can get in for 15,000 dong, and children under 15 can get in for free. And I shall convert that in all the different currencies on the screen for you now, so you can get an idea of how much it costs from your home country. Although I did say this video wasn't a history lesson, I have to throw in a few facts and references along the way, so here we go. The Temple of Literature was founded in 1070, almost 1,000 years ago, by Emperor Lai Tan Tong as a temple to worship the Chinese philosopher Confucius. In 1076, his son established the Imperial Academy as a royal school for only members of the elite, such as princes, nobles and bureaucrats. The area consists of 5 courtyards in different styles, and this is the first courtyard, Dai Trung Mon, and we are now walking into the second courtyard, which is Q Fan Chak, if I pronounced that correctly. The Temple of Literature covers an area of 54,000 square metres, which is surrounded by an ancient brick wall. The whole area consists of several main parts, and I'll walk you through each of these like I did with the first one, this being the second one. And this second courtyard is a unique architectural work that was built in 1805 with 4 whitewashed stone stilts. And it's a symbol of Hanoi, a familiar image featured on the back of the 100,000 Vietnamese dong banknote. This is the third courtyard, called Tiang Quan Well. I'll put the name on the screen just in case I've mispronounced that one. And this is also known as a well of heavenly clarity. And I was surrounded by all these school children, and I'm not sure if they were studying here or just on a field trip. I thought maybe they've never seen a white bloke before, or they had me confused with somebody, because I've only just started YouTube and I'm pretty sure that these kids won't have seen any of my videos just yet. But maybe they might see this one, and I wish them all well and hope they grow into whatever they wish to be. And then it was on to this, which was the fourth courtyard, called Dai Tang Mon, which means the gate to great success. Right in the middle of the sanctuary there's this typical altar which exists in every house of Vietnamese families, and the altar is always laid in the centre, a more sacred place of the house where people worship their ancestors. And just off to the side was a couple of these small rooms where you could have a look at some of the creative pieces. This is where they do the woodblock printing, and you can have a go at this for yourself. And then upon walking out of this building, we seem to enter into the middle of a graduation ceremony. I don't know how often these things take place. I presume maybe annually, and if so, we'd timed it really well, and we got the pleasure of being able to walk around and see all the students celebrate their achievements. If you are in Hanoi, this is a really nice place to visit. It's got lots of history and culture, as you can see, and we easily spent over an hour here. And I'll let the Master of Ceremony finish before taking you into the fifth and final courtyard.
Chúng con muôn vàn thành kính đồn đức anh linh, kính thiên phổ công phổ địa uy linh, đồng lai chứng giám cảnh cáo.
This is the fifth and final courtyard of the Temple of Literature, which is easy for me to pronounce because its name's in English, and it's the grounds of Imperial Academy. And this had some kind of art exhibition going on at the time, and if you're into art, you'd absolutely love it. There's some absolutely amazing pictures. I'm not sure if this is here all the time, or whether it was just an exhibition, or whether, I don't know, to be completely honest. But what I do know is that it was around 32 degrees here, so it might be worth visiting this place on a morning, early morning, unless you're accustomed to the heat, because although we had these daft Vietnamese hats on, which did actually keep us cool, you do need to drink quite a lot of water, and you do sweat quite a lot, especially if you're like me and from a western country, are not used to the heat. Then we just had time to make a few funny faces before ordering a grab taxi to our next destination. And as we exit to get the taxi, it's worth mentioning that you will get people asking you for taxis, and I'll always say use the Grab app and you won't have any issues. It saves all sorts of hassle from people trying to scam you or take you on detours and try to charge you more. We've seen it all, and we got the taxi to drop us off near Hon Kiem Lake, where we spotted a street vendor selling candy floss and hot dogs. And as we were feeling a bit hungry, we tried some of this local street food, which was really tasty. The seller must have thought Fang was Vietnamese. Like in a lot of the Asian countries we've been, the locals tend to talk to Fang in their own language, and as you might have seen from our videos in Cambodia and Malaysia, she often gets mistaken for a different nationality. And after that lovely street food, we walked to Hanoi Walking Streets, which is located around the Hon Kiem Lake. This really is a great place to come, and we really enjoyed it. It does get very busy, although there's no traffic because the streets get blocked off from Friday till Sunday evening for pedestrians. It's one of the most vibrant and bustling places to visit in Hanoi. Every weekend it comes alive with a wide range of entertainment options, music performances and delicious street food. I'm going to apologise in advance because I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I think it's Ngoc Son Temple, but I'll put the map on the screen for you. And this is just as you walk around the walking street, and as you can see we're just getting tickets for it, which again is 30,000 dong. And if you're looking for an escape from the hustle and bustle of Hanoi, then this is an ideal destination. It's right in the centre of the lake basically, and to get to it you need to walk across this bridge which is called a hook bridge, and it's a very striking bridge with vibrant red colour. And this is Ngoc Son Temple, and you can come in and pay your respects, and there's also a little gift shop at the end as well where you can have a little walk around like we did and have a look, see if you can find any nice souvenirs that you can take back to your relatives or friends and family back home. We just found this place basically a nice place just to get away from the crowds and just have a little bit of a chill out for half an hour. It doesn't take too long to walk around the temple, and yeah, there's plenty of nice scenery, including what we'll show you in a second, which will be this lovely little fish pond where you can have a look at some of the fish and take in all the splendour and beauty that surrounds you. When travelling to different places you can read all about it as much as you like, but there's no substitute for seeing a place in person.
Oh yeah?
And hopefully from these videos we make of all the different places that we go, it can give you an insight or an idea of what to expect and maybe make it a little bit less difficult for you when visiting. We're back on Walking Street now, and you can enjoy local delicacies offered by street vendors. And I'm not sure what he's smoking in that big pipe. And we had the privilege of watching these ladies perform on the street, which looked like it was being filmed for a pop video. I'm guessing it was K-pop, the music people love here in Asia. And we didn't catch the name of the group. Maybe they're at number 1 in the charts now, who knows. But they look very professional and they were all in sync with each other. So if this was Britain's Got Talent, it would certainly be a yes from me. Food isn't an important part of any culture, and if you're going out with a Thai lady, the way to her heart's often through her stomach. And it had been a few hours since me and Fang had something to eat, and we came across this restaurant called Rong Hua, which is a Cantonese restaurant. And looking at the menu, it certainly looked like a nice place to eat, going by the pictures on the menu. So we decided to take a seat and order some food. I got the mango smoothie and Fang got a watermelon smoothie, and we both got the pork with noodles, apart from I got the wet version, which is known as the soup, and Fang got the dry version of the dish. And they say you can always tell the type of establishment by the cleanliness of the toilets, and as you can see we were in good hands. After this we tried one of these lovely ice creams before having a little walk around the lake, and then getting a taxi through the bustling streets of Hanoi back to this little mini mart to pick up a few bits to take back to the hotel. And I found one of Fang's favourites in here too, the good old chicken foot, which seems a bit rank to me, but she loves them. Then we dropped our bits off at the hotel, and that gave me time to check me dong, which is Vietnamese currency. And then we headed back out to have another look around the area and go for another bite to eat at this place on the screen. This nice little restaurant was near our hotel and it was called Saigon, and the staff here were really nice and friendly. I got a rice and a kind of egg parcel dish, and Fang got spicy chicken, leaving nothing to waste, as she will show you now. So Fang's just eating a bone. And you eat that?
Yeah.
It's crunchy. I think I'll stick with this one. I thought she was winding me up, but apparently you can eat the bone on this chicken. Leave me a comment in the description if you think this was a magic trick or if she was actually winding me up. And then on the way back we found this little place for a Vietnamese dessert, which she really enjoyed. Millionaire. I'm not sure what the name of this dish was called, but it came with a side dish of ice, and Fang really enjoyed it, as well as taking pictures of it. And if you've seen day one, at the end of the video, I set a mission to get Fang on one of these taxi bikes. And we're not drunk and just walking down the middle of the street, we are actually on one of these taxi bikes, which if you come here, have a go on, because they're quite unique and we found them good fun. And that's day 2 coming to an end now, unfortunately. However, if you want to carry on the journey once again with us, we will be back into day 3, where we can take you along to Ha Long Bay. So all that's left from me to say is thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you on the next video.
Welcome to Vietnam. Nearly broke my leg. And this is Chi Minh Museum.